Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Part 7 of the hydraulic disc brake upgrade. I've actually went for a new hose, slightly longer. I just prefer the way it comes around like the normal brake. The shorter one at the back, I was finding that it was going to start rubbing here around the back and on top. This is not touching anywhere here. It's got a right angle banjo here. Try and get in there to show you that. And it's slightly offset here. Basically what you do to bleed it is inside here you just take the lid off. It's got a cap on it, and if I can find it without too much messing about, I've got a syringe which I fill up and just literally push it in, keep filling it up, and bleeding it is just loosening this bleed nipple here underneath the cap and the pipe, which is here. That goes into about a quarter bottle I've got, so you don't get any air coming back up into the system. And what you're basically doing is you loosen this nut off with the pipe on going into some fluid, and that's the one I bleed into. Basically it's only a small little bottle, and I just keep making sure I don't have any of this on my hands, because the last thing you want is any of this brake fluid to touch any paint. It will ruin paint quicker than paint stripper. Basically, I don't know why they don't just mark it as paint stripper, but that's another story. So you loosen the nut off with the pipe in place going into your reservoir, and all you do then is you just pull on here on your lever, keep pulling it. When you've got rid of all the air, obviously I need to keep topping this up because your reservoir will drop. Keep topping it up and then hold it in all the way in, which I can't do now because it's under pressure, and then just tighten your nut there, your bleed nut, take off all the pipes, etc. Make sure you've got no fluid on anywhere, and you should be as rock solid as that is. I mean, that is better than any cable. So far I'm quite happy. It's a little bit tight at the moment. I don't know if you can hear that rubbing, but it's in, and until I try it, I might still have to. I've not put the windows back in on the disc yet, because I might still have to do a bit of adjustment on the static pad. As I said when we started out this upgrade, I've not done this upgrade before, so you know, it's a bit of trial and error with me as well, so you're learning as I learn on this. I've done plenty of the cable ones and conversions, but I've never really played with anything that's modern like this hydraulic setup. Different people have said different things about it, whether, you know, they're pretty rubbish or at best they're just a passable brake, but we'll see. Like I say, I've got no experience yet until I start riding with it. It can't be worse than what was on there, basically, is what I was going to say. It was quite poor. The feel was quite poor with the cable, so it did need some sort of updating anyway. I'm just going to have to clean that disc again. It just, I leave it in the shed and it just seems to get so dirty just sat here. So the next video, when I cut back in again, I'm going to have the horn castings just held on with 4 screws and 2 screws under here for the mud guard. They're in holders under there. So I'm going to stick that on. Also, what I've been doing as well, I've got a 22mm carb on it, which I think is set up for a 200 at the moment, and this is only a 150. So I'll be sort of messing around with the jets, etc. with that. I did get different jets with the Scootopia setup, so it starts and runs. It's just running very, very rich at the moment, which is what I'd expect overjetted carb to do. Revs up, but top end seems to be bogging down a little bit, so I'll fire it up in a bit when I put this back on, and we'll see what it looks like then. But I'm quite happy with the feel that this has got. You know, it's hardly moving. It's really, really nice and tight. There's no leaks on any of the pipes. There's no leaks down here. There's nothing on the floor. So I'm quite happy that, you know, this can be sealed up, and we can move on to maybe tuning the carburetor on a video, and then I'm going to go through the speedo, basically the menus on them. I can just come up here with me, bear in mind because I'm doing this by hand, not in its holder. So if I turn on the speedo, you should see it come to life. And I'll tell you why I chose to have the revs on here and not here. They don't really rev 1400. You know, the average, I mean, it's only a 150 this, so you'd be lucky to get 4,000 to 5,000 revs out of it. And when it's ticking over, you can't actually see on here. I'm trying to cut the light out a bit, so that needle wouldn't move, whereas at least if you've got it digital, it will tell you that your revs are 800 or whatever. But I'll go through all the menus on it, hornworks, etc. But, you know, and I'll explain to you what I did with this as well, because I think I got a bit waylaid with work when I was doing these videos on this. So, as I say, the next video is going to be horn casting on, and we'll have a look at the carburetor, and then I'll start it up, and we'll go through the menus on the SIP. I'll try and explain what the menus are, what you're setting up on it. So I'll end this one here now anyway. Thanks for watching again, and I hope people are getting something out of this and maybe learning sometimes with me. Take care. Bye for now.